You know we got to start it off like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know I'm doing just fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies, ladies and gents, it's a little bit of a slow jam. 3 a.m. in the morning, night. Now, as you saw from the video uploaded just previous to this, I was on my way to sleep. I was 6 something in the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 3 a.m. Now, let me do the math for you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. That's 9 hours ago. Just want you to understand. Because some of y'all, you don't get enough sleep. You just please. I get my 8 hours of sleep. I just don't get it like you get it. Okay? Oh, you're going to get it. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 2 things we're going to talk about this evening. First, we're going to talk about this song right here by Boyz II Men. You can save your tired apologies. I'm sorry. I sent this song to my son's mother. Okay? When I was finally over her. Told her I was doing just fine. She didn't get it. I sent this song to her on a mix CD. Because that's what I used to do. I used to, create CDs for her. And she talked about how much she loved it, how she listened to my CDs while she would be doing work around the house. And it was the music that she liked to listen to. But I had to explain to her, I'm sorry, this is the way I am. But I had to explain to her, oh, you know that song by Boyz II Men? Well, that was me letting you know that I'm all right. At first, man, 11 years. Man, that was a long time. But I didn't think I could get over you. I promised I wouldn't let anybody else step in that spot that you held. But you want to know something? Spot's not reserved for you. It's not available to you anymore. Peace out, G. And that was the way the conversation went. I mean, I didn't actually say to her, peace out, G, but you understand what I'm saying. You no longer have my heart. Okay? I'm doing just fine. No, y'all hold on. Pay attention to the words. Without you in my life. Because sometimes when you allow someone to stay in your life, it's stress. Unnecessary stress. And I didn't need it. Ladies and gentlemen, I was sitting up here reevaluating some things this evening. And then I went to see if the video that I did earlier had posted. The one where I told you guys about the act right. Because you got to get some act right from time to time. Hey, give me 1 second, Boyz II Men. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the point. I've seen how corporations operate. I've seen how powerful they've gotten. And I've seen how attorneys work for corporations, do people. And I promise you, I've gotten tired of it. You'll hear it in my voice when I talk about corporations. Because I don't care how big you are, you don't get to treat people this way. Especially me. Well, they were treating me like a punk. Ladies and gentlemen, if I'm spending my money, there was no way in the world I'm going to allow you to treat me like a punk. As I told you, that particular corporation took my money. I didn't have a contract with them, so they had no authority to take my money. And I tried to explain it to them, and they ignored me. They thought it was no big deal. They hung up on me. They thought that was no big deal. Oh, no, you don't do that. You may do that to your mama. You may even do that to your girlfriend or your wife, but you don't, when I'm doing business with you, hang up on me. I don't play that. Well, they did. So I told them what I said in that video. I did the same thing with another home improvement facility. They disrespected me. I'd go into that store And they would tell me, okay, one moment, sir, and leave me waiting for over 30 minutes while they helped every other customer who came in after me. I got tired of that. So I complained. They corrected it, gave me a simple little discount, delivered my products. The products they delivered, the wood, whew, holes in it, pits in it. I mean, not even level. Man, they, on purpose, sent me the wrong items. They're over 65 miles away. I couldn't haul that stuff back to them. So I literally had to eat it. But I figured out, let's make use of it some other way. You feel me? Ladies and gentlemen, I had to go back to that same store to order another set of materials. This time I went inside the store. I didn't do it by phone and over the internet. And I called him in advance and I said, hey, I am here. Called the manager. Said, I am here in your store. I am getting ready to make another order. I don't want problems like we had the last time. Could you send somebody over here to help me do this so that there ain't no problems with nobody's? Because you know you have that desk over there for pros, and you know how they treated me in the past, and I don't want to go through that again. And the person said, look, sir, I apologize, but I'm busy. But I will find somebody to help you. If you will hold on, excuse me, could you hold on a second? I have to take care of this. And she took care of it. And as she's struggling to find somebody to help, I said, no, I'm sorry. There is a young lady here who is a supervisor. Her name is, and I gave the name to her, and I can't give that name over this because I'm not trying to put her on Front Street, because that lady, that young lady, that supervisor went over and above and beyond in helping me. And I made sure the corporate office knew, calling her by name, told him how respectful this young lady was, who was not of the same color, who was empathetic and sympathetic. She says, I will help. And I said, excuse me, young lady. This young lady, supervisor, says she will help. Would you tell her I said thank you for helping? And I said, I will tell her that. And I said, okay, you get back to your work. Thank you very much for taking the time. Oh, no problem. If you have any other problems, just let me know, okay? No problem. And I told the young lady, this is what I need. We went over there and she stood behind the computer and she says, you know, they're on a different system now and I don't really know that system, but I'm going to do the best I can to help you. And I may have to get the assistance of some of these individuals who work here. I said, no problem. Gave her my order, came to over $1,000. We took care of the order. I said, I have another part. I asked your people for this material and they sent me the wrong stuff, but I'm here. I have the part that I need. I just need to know if you can get one of your people to come help me get this part. Sure, I will call them. Sir, what can I do? This is what I need. Okay, you're going to need this. You're going to need this. You're going to need this. There you go. All right. Have a good day, sir. Bye-bye. Hey, excuse me, young lady. Is there anything else you need? Okay, let's go ahead and pay for it. Uh-oh. I don't want that. Get off my screen. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we paid. I said, is there anything else you need from me because I'm not feeling well today? And she says, no, that's everything. Would you like your receipt? No, I wouldn't like the receipt. Could you email it to me? Because I will lose it. It'll get all messed up and all the other stuff. No problem. We'll email it to you. Thank you very much. I got to go. Bye-bye. See you later. During that ordeal, there was another young lady. She was a lady, and her name was Lady Justice. That's the best way I can describe who this lady's name is. She's the person I had problems with. She's the person that was disrespectful. She's the person that's been hanging up on me. The next morning I called because I hadn't received a receipt and I needed to add some other items to the order. I called, spoke to a young man. He couldn't get his act together and understanding everything that was going on. So I was breaking it down to him. And somebody was trying to talk in his ear at the same time while he was talking to me. So he said, sir, could you hold on a second? Because they were interrupting. Every time I was speaking to him, that person was in his ear. So he came back. No, but he didn't come back. That person whom he was speaking to picked up the phone. Yes, how may I help you? Well, I was just speaking with a young man. He didn't tell me he was transferring me to anyone, and I'd like to continue my conversation with him. So if you can transfer me back to him. Oh, no, he's standing right here. I'm his supervisor. Excuse me? I was speaking with him. I explained everything I needed. Oh, well, no. See, there's an outstanding balance. What do you mean there's an outstanding balance? Yes, there's an outstanding balance of $1.82, and we can't send you the receipt until we get that outstanding balance paid. Excuse me? First, why didn't you all email me about an outstanding balance? Why didn't you tell me about an outstanding balance yesterday? And she starts to argue. Whoo, doggy. And I said, wait, hold on a minute. You don't seem to understand whom you're talking to. I don't allow people to talk to me this way, especially when I'm doing business and I'm paying for customer service. So I'm going to need to speak to your supervisor. I am a supervisor. I'm sorry. You misunderstood me. I didn't ask you who you were. I said I'm going to need to speak to your supervisor. I was very specific in my request. And she hung up on me. What the? And I called back and she hung up on me again. I'm like, oh, no, you. Ooh. And I called back and I spoke directly with the manager of the store, gentleman. And I told him what happened. Do you know, he actually said, yes, we've had problems with that person in the past. And yes, she's been here the longest. And really? And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you've had problems with her in the past, how come you ain't correct this? And he told me, sir, I will make sure this gets handled. I will make sure that I get somebody to take your order and get this. No problem. And I will call you to confirm that delivery date. No problem. I said, but I do want to let you know that I am going to report your facility and this incident to your corporate office. I said, because this is the second time it's happened, which means it's not a coincidence. He says, okay. On the following Monday, I called again to go ahead and add one final set of things to the order. And they hung up on me again, ladies and gentlemen. So I had enough. So I went online, found the executive staff names. Then I found the executive staff, or well, not the executive staff, but the company email structure. Because usually companies tend to follow a certain structure. Some of them do the first letter or initial of the first name and the last name. Some of them do the first name, period, last name. Some of them do the last name, then a company name. So because I found the structure, I went and got all the executives' names and I sent an email to every one of the executives. Why? Because I wanted them to all be placed on notice. Because I'm not just holding your company liable, I'm holding all of you liable because you represent the company. And I'm holding you liable for the way I'm being treated as a result of my skin color. Was it really as a result of your skin color? Could not have been for any other reason. They were helping every other customer. Pay attention. They were helping every other customer, even those who came in after me. And I'm still sitting there waiting. Now, I got a cane with me at that point. I'm walking with my cane that day because I'm in a little pain. And I told them I'm not feeling very well. They didn't care. Told them I needed help. I had cinder blocks. I said, I'm going to need some help putting this into the car. These things are too heavy. Okay, sir, we'll be right with you. 30 minutes later, I had to put them in my own car. A guy felt so sorry for me that he came over and helped me. Pay attention. A regular person felt so sorry for me that he came over to help me. So I told that to the executive office. Now, I told them the same thing as I told the other company that I did on the other video. Like I said, that's my routine now. No more threatening people with no lawsuit. No more me filing something in court and then going through all of that junk with no judge and no stupid processing and no stupid legislative administrative court. No, we're going to do the administrative process. And then I'm going to use the IRS forms. That's what the IRS is there for. To get some act right. They want their piece of the pie and I'm going to give it to them. This company, in less than 24 hours, contacted me back and made sure the woman, look, I'm going to tell you, the executive office asked one of their executive staff members to call me back. When she called me back, she says, "First of all, sir, let me apologize for the way you've been treated. We are so sorry that that has happened." And I stopped her. I said, "Excuse me, hold on one second. I'm interrupting you on purpose for a reason. I want to let you know that because you spoke to me in such a way and you started the conversation off this way, that the matter is over. I no longer have a complaint. It's because of your customer service that I will not carry out what I said I was going to carry out in the email. I am not joking with you." I could tell that she was not pretending to be sorry, that she wasn't just giving me a bunch of words. Remember, I told you my policy is once they correct things, that's it. I'm not seeking revenge. That's my policy. And I told her, didn't tell her what my policy was because it's in the email, but I did let her know that because she did exactly what she did, that was enough. She says, "But no, I want you to understand that I'm going to look into this, that we do not tolerate such things." And I believed her. And she put me in touch with another guy, and he explained the exact same thing. He says, "We have an image to uphold, and that's not our image." I said, "Look, there is another city in the county in which I live. They are notorious for their racism." I said, "But this city, the only reason why I go there is because they treat me as a person. They don't treat me as a thing." I said, "But when I walk into that particular store, they treat me as a thing. Out of all the places I've been in that city, this is the only place that treats me this way. It is noticeable, it is obvious, and you can see it." I said, "All you got to do is watch the video and see how long they have me waiting every single time while they're helping other customers who walk up after me." Ladies and gentlemen, that company has gone out of its way to take care of the problem. Again, the information in the previous video, that's how I'm operating with corporations from now on. I'm tired of this. "Well, you got to speak to our counsel. You got to put it in writing." Oh, I'm going to put it in writing. But as I used to tell companies in the past, you don't want me to put it in writing. Because once I put it in writing, we're on a whole different level. "Well, that's our policy." Really? Now you want to talk policy? Okay. And so now I'm putting things in writing. But I'm putting it in writing as I stated in the previous video. Like I said, I know some of you are going to try to do the same thing. You're going to mess it up because you're not going to do your research to understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it that way. So I'm going to give you just a brief synopsis, and we're going to let the boys to men take us on out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, it works out like this. It's called the administrative process. What you all do not realize is every corporation is registered under the Secretary of State. And because it's registered under the Secretary of State, pay attention. That means they are administratively created. Every corporation is a creature of the Secretary of State, owing its existence and chartered power to the state. So, ladies and gentlemen, they all fall under the Administrative Procedures Act. That's why they must have a grievance policy. Well, the Administrative Procedures Act is the exact same administrative process that you are following. So, if they fail to follow the Administrative Procedures Act, would you stop? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to stop that from happening because I didn't ask that. I just clicked on the program earlier today, and now it's just doing that, and I ain't got time for that notification. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the Administrative Procedures Act, and I'm notifying these companies through emails, and I'm notifying their executives, and I'm letting them know, not threatening them, letting them know that this is what I'm intending to do after I've documented everything. Ladies and gentlemen, the boys to men are telling me it's time for me to stop talking, but I am doing just fine. I just want to let you guys know. 3 o'clock in the morning, not stressed, getting ready to take a deep breath and go back to sleep. Woosah. I hope the rest of you all can do the same. Gotta go, everybody. Y'all take care of yourselves. Adios.